right. So you're thinking about a career as a barber, and you've got an interview coming up.
That's awesome.
We're going to deep dive into some RoleCatcher material today to get you ready.
Yeah, we've got their career guide and a bunch of sample interview questions.
We're going to unpack all that so you can walk into that interview feeling competent and prepared.
Exactly, and really showcase, your passion for barbering and all that.
Yeah, so let's jump right in. One of the first questions you're likely to get is, how did you get into barbering?
Yeah, this one seems pretty basic, but it's a chance to really make a first impression.
Right. It's not just about saying, oh, I like cutting hair.
It's about telling your story. What sparked that passion.
Was there like a mentor who inspired you?
Maybe you were always fascinated by the transformations you could create with clippers.
Or maybe you were drawn to the social aspect of the barbershop.
Exactly. Think about what makes your journey unique.
And connect it back to the qualities of a great barber.
Right. Enthusiasm,
Okay.
attention to detail, those things shine through.
And, they might follow up with something like, what's the most rewarding part of being a barber for you?
Ooh, that's a good one. Have a strong answer ready for that one.
Okay, so moving on. Let's talk about essential skills.
They might ask something like, what do you believe are the most important skills for a barber to have?
And this is where you show them you understand it's more than just technical skill, right?
Absolutely. It's a combination of talent and personality.
So what are some key skills we should highlight?
Customer service is huge, making those clients feel comfortable and understood.
Right, like building rapport and really listening to their needs.
And communication is also crucial. Actively listening and explaining styles clearly.
And we can't forget about trend awareness.
Oh, yeah. Got to stay up to date with the latest styles and techniques.
And that's where resources like RoleCatcher's guides and industry publications come in handy.
Absolutely. And don't forget about social media. So many barbers are killing it online these days.
Right. So mentioning those resources shows you're committed to staying sharp and learning.
Exactly. It shows initiative.
Okay, so speaking of staying current, how do we answer the question? How do you keep up with new trends and styles in the industry?
Don't just list things off. Be enthusiastic. Share what excites you.
Maybe talk about a recent trend that you're loving.
Or a technique you're eager to master.
Did you attend a workshop that blew your mind? Tell them about it.
Yeah. Show them that you're not just keeping up, you're actively seeking out inspiration.
All right, let's get real for a second. Not every haircut is smooth sailing.
Nope. Sometimes you got to deal with those unhappy clients.
So how do we handle those moments when someone's not thrilled with their cut?
They might ask something like, how do you handle difficult or unhappy clients? Or how do you handle a client who is unhappy with their haircut?
Okay, those are big ones because they want to see how you handle pressure.
Yeah, they want to know you can stay cool and professional.
So what's the key to acing these questions?
Empathy and problem solving start by acknowledging their frustration.
You could say something like, I understand it can be disappointing when a haircut doesn't turn out as expected.
Right, show them you get it, but then go a step further.
What do we do?
Demonstrate your problem-solving approach.
So like ask questions to really understand what they're unhappy with.
Exactly, and then examine the cut carefully, see what adjustments can be made.
And then offer solutions, right?
Yes, offer options, maybe a slight adjustment or a different styling technique.
And emphasize that your priority is their satisfaction.
You could say something like, I'm committed to making sure you leave feeling confident and happy.
Okay, so we've tackled difficult clients, but let's not forget about another crucial aspect of barbering.
Hygiene.
Yes, cleanliness is non-negotiable in this industry.
Absolutely. They might ask something like, how do you ensure a clean and hygienic workspace?
So how do we impress them with our answer?
Be specific, but don't just rattle off a list of products.
Talk about your entire sanitation process from start to finish.
How do you disinfect your tools?
How often do you clean surfaces?
Mention the specific products you use.
Talk about personal hygiene, like frequent hand washing and wearing clean attire.
It's all about showcasing your meticulousness and proving you understand the importance of hygiene.
And that builds trust, which is crucial in any service-based profession.
Right, because clients need to feel confident that they're in good hands.
Okay, let's move on to consultations, which are such a vital part of the barber experience.
Absolutely. They might ask, how do you approach consultations with clients?
And this is your chance to shine as a consultant, not just a stylist.
Right, you're not just taking orders, you're collaborating with the client.
So what are some key things to highlight in our answer?
Active listening is paramount, really understanding their desires, their likes and dislikes.
Right, you want to know what they're hoping to achieve with their haircut?
What styles they admire, what they want to change about their current look.
And visual aids can be really helpful here.
Absolutely. using pictures or style books to make sure you're both on the same page.
And, of course, we're the experts, so we should offer our professional opinion
Right, taking into account things like face shape, hair type, and lifestyle.
and current trends, too.
Yeah, but ultimately the client's vision is paramount.
Okay, so it's a collaboration,
Right.
a partnership to create the perfect look.
Exactly, and that's what makes a great consultation.
Now, let's be real. Barbershops can get pretty hectic.
Oh yeah, things can get crazy busy.
So how do we show potential employers that we can handle the hustle?
They might ask, how do you prioritize tasks when you have a busy schedule?
Okay, time to showcase our organizational skills.
Do you use a scheduling app, a physical planner, a combination of both?
Describe your system, how you prioritize appointments based on service and urgency.
And be sure to mention your flexibility.
Right, because things come up. Clients need to reschedule. Colleagues need help.
Exactly. It's all about showing that you can adapt and thrive in a fast-paced environment.
And that you're a team player.
Absolutely. That's a valuable quality in any barbershop.
Okay, now let's tackle a potentially delicate situation.
What's that?
Imagine a client requests a style that you don't think will flatter them.
Ooh, that's a tough one. How do you handle that gracefully?
They might ask, how do you handle a client who wants a style that you don't think will look good on them?
Right, you can't just say, no way, that'll look terrible.
It's about diplomacy and honesty.
Start by gently expressing your concerns, focusing on why that style might not be the most flattering.
Maybe say something like, I understand you're drawn to that style, but I wonder if it might overpower your delicate features.
Right, and then offer some alternatives.
Styles that achieve a similar vibe but complement their features better.
Exactly. It's about offering options and guidance.
And then emphasize that the final decision is theirs.
You could say, ultimately it's your hair and I want you to feel confident and happy, but I'm here to offer my professional advice.
Okay, so we've navigated that tricky conversation. Now let's talk about something that's crucial for any barber's growth.
Continuous learning.
They might ask something like, how do you continuously improve your skills as a barber?
And this is a great opportunity to showcase your dedication to the craft.
Talk about how you stay up to date with trends through industry publications, online platforms, social media.
Mention any workshops, classes, or mentorships you've participated in.
Are you experimenting with new techniques in your free time?
Yeah, let them know you're not content with just being good. You're striving to be great.
Now let's talk about how RoleCatcher can be your secret weapon in interview prep.
Oh yeah, their AI can do wonders.
It can tailor your resume to the specific job description.
Like having a personal resume writer who knows exactly what employers are looking for.
And their massive question bank is a game changer.
Thousands of questions specifically for barbering so you can practice and feel prepared.
And the best part is they provide AI-powered feedback on your answers.
It analyzes your responses, identifies areas for improvement, and even suggests ways to make your answers more concise and impactful.
It's like having a personal interview coach right in your pocket.
Amazing, right?
So you're practicing smart, getting personalized feedback, and ultimately boosting your confidence walking into that interview.
That's the goal.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground in this first part,
We sure have.
but we've got plenty more to dive into.
Let's take a quick break and come back with even more tips and insights to help you ace that barber interview.
Sounds good to see you soon.
It really is like having a secret weapon, you know?
Okay, so now let's talk about those different barbering career stages, because that can impact how you present yourself in the interview.
Right. RoleCatcher talks about entry-level junior barber and senior barber.
Yeah, and understanding those stages, even if you're just starting out, can help you talk about your goals, where you see yourself fitting in.
Exactly. So at the entry level, you're assisting those senior barbers soaking up knowledge.
Like shampooing, styling, maybe observing those more complex services.
Yeah, it's all about building a solid foundation.
And then you move on to junior barber, more independence. You're taking on haircuts, trims, maybe even some basic color work.
Right. You're building speed confidence and developing your own style.
And then we have the senior barber leading the team, mentoring new barbers, becoming that go-to expert.
So think about it. Where do you see yourself in this journey?
What are your short-term goals, your long-term aspirations?
Having that vision helps you answer those interview questions about your future plans.
Yeah, and it also guides your own professional development.
Exactly. So it's important to think about.
Now, we've talked a lot about skills and experience, but what about those soft skills?
Oh, those are crucial.
Enthusiasm, a positive attitude, being a team player.
It's about showing them that you're not just skilled, but someone they'd actually enjoy working with.
So smile, make eye contact, let your personality shine through.
Yeah, because those things can really make a difference.
Speaking of standing out, RoleCatcher has some great advice on how to level up your career even beyond this interview.
Yeah, like creating a portfolio.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Showcase your best work, your signature styles.
Like before and after photos. Really highlighting your talent.
And social media is huge for barbers these days.
It's all about building your brand, attracting new clients.
RoleCatcher also suggests participating in local hair shows or competitions.
Yeah, that's a fantastic way to gain recognition, network with other barbers, push your skills to the next level.
They also talk about joining professional associations, attending industry events.
It's about continuous learning, expanding your network, staying ahead of the curve.
Okay, so we've touched on career growth, but let's get back to those interview questions and how RoleCatcher's AI can help you craft winning answers.
Right, because that's what we're here for.
So let's say they ask you that classic, how did you get into the barbering industry question?
You can type your initial response into RoleCatcher, and their AI will analyze it based on the specific job description.
It's like having a personalized editor for your interview answers.
It looks for keywords checks. If you're hitting those key points, suggests ways to improve your phrasing.
So you're not just practicing, you're practicing smart.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
getting that targeted feedback.
Okay, now let's talk about a question that often trips people up. What are your weaknesses?
Ooh, that one can feel like a trap.
It does, but RoleCatcher suggests a great way to approach it. What's that? Choose a weakness that you're actively working to improve.
So you're not just admitting a flaw, you're showing that you're self-aware and committed to growth.
Exactly.
Right.
For example, you could say, I sometimes get hyper-focused on details and can take a bit longer on a haircut than I'd like, but I'm working on streamlining my process while maintaining that attention to detail.
I like that it turns a potential negative into a positive.
Or you could say, I'm always eager to learn new techniques and trends, which sometimes means I jump into new things before fully mastering the basics. But I'm working on finding that balance between exploration and solidifying my core skills.
Yeah, it shows you're ambitious and passionate about expanding your knowledge.
Now let's talk about a question that gives you a chance to really shine. Why should we hire you?
This is your closing argument.
You've presented your skills, your experience, your personality. Now it's time to seal the deal.
So how do we do that?
Reiterate those key strengths that align with the job description.
Highlight relevant experiences that demonstrate your abilities.
And most importantly, express your genuine enthusiasm for this specific barbershop and the role.
You could say something like, I'm a highly skilled barber with a passion for creating personalized grooming experiences that exceed expectations. I'm drawn to your barbershop's commitment to mention something specific about the barbershop, like their community involvement or unique style, and believe my skills and enthusiasm would make me a valuable asset to your team.
Yeah, that's great. It shows you've done your research and you're genuinely invested in contributing to their success.
Exactly.
Okay, let's touch on another tricky question. Tell me about a time you had to deal with a difficult client.
Oh, those behavioral questions can be tough.
They can, but RoleCatcher's AI can help you craft a winning response.
How so?
You input your initial answer, and the AI analyzes it, looking for keywords related to conflict resolution, customer service, problem solving.
So it helps you highlight those skills effectively.
Right. You're not just telling a story. You're strategically presenting yourself as someone who can handle those challenging situations.
I see. And remember, the STAR method can be really helpful in structuring your answer. Situation, task, action, result.
Right. Keeps your response concise and focused.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on to a question that allows you to showcase your passion. How do you stay up to date on the latest trends and techniques in the barbering industry?
This was all about showing you're a lifelong learner.
Don't just list generic resources, bring those resources to life.
Exactly. Instead of saying, I read industry magazines, talk about a specific article that inspired you.
Or a new technique you learned from a recent issue.
Mention how you follow influential barbers on social media.
Talk about how their work pushes you to experiment and grow.
Maybe you incorporated a new product into your routine based on an online review.
Yeah, it's all about showing them you're not just passively consuming information, but actively seeking out inspiration.
Exactly.
Okay, we're nearing the end of the interview, and they ask, do you have any questions for me?
This isn't just a formality. It's a chance to gather valuable information and demonstrate that you're engaged.
So what kind of questions should we ask?
Go beyond the basics, like salary and benefits. Ask insightful questions that show you're curious.
Like, what opportunities for professional development are available?
That shows you're interested in growth.
Or what are some of the biggest challenges the barbershop is currently facing?
That shows you're thinking strategically.
You could even ask, what do you personally enjoy most about working here?
Yeah, it shows you're interested in the team dynamic and the overall vibe.
So it's all about making a connection, leaving a positive impression.
Exactly, and showing them that you're not just looking for a job, you're looking for the right fit.
All right, so we've covered a ton of ground in this second part.
We sure have, from essential skills to tricky situations to those all-important soft skills.
And we've talked about how RoleCatcher's AI can help you prepare and practice.
It's like having a secret weapon in your arsenal giving you that extra edge.
But there's still more to discuss.
Stay tuned for the final part, where we'll dive into even more tips and insights to help you ace that barber interview.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot of those key skills, handling difficult clients, staying up to date with trends.
We've even talked about how RoleCatcher's AI can help you prepare.
And now it's time to tie it all together. How do we make that lasting impression in the interview?
Right. It's not just about answering questions, it's about telling your story.
Showcasing your personality, demonstrating that you're the perfect fit for their team.
It's like a performance, where you're showcasing your skills and passion,
And RoleCatcher is like that behind-the-scenes support.
helping you rehearse and make sure you're ready for the big show.
Okay, I like that analogy.
Yeah.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to circle back to something we touched on earlier. Having a vision for your career.
Right. It's not just about this one job, it's about where you see yourself going in the long run.
Exactly. So connect your aspirations to the barbershop's goals.
Do you see yourself specializing in a certain style, maybe leading a team someday?
Or even opening your own shop down the line.
Having that long-term vision not only helps you answer those, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Questions.
It shows the interviewer you're ambitious and driven.
And that you're invested in the future of the industry.
So you're not just looking for a job, you're looking for a career.
Exactly, and that makes a big difference.
All right, so as we wrap up this deep dive into barber interview prep,
What's the key takeaway?
you're walking into that interview prepared, confident, and ready to impress.
You've got the skills, the knowledge, and the passion to shine.
And you've got RoleCatcher in your corner, providing you with the tools and insights to stand out from the crowd.
Absolutely.
Here's one final thought to ponder. What's your unique contribution to the world of barbering?
What makes you stand out?
What's your signature style, your special touch, your barbering superpower?
Tap into that uniqueness, let your personality shine through, and go out there and rock that interview.
We're rooting for you.